California's most powerful politician often begins his day around 6 a.m. alone in his office, struggling to read. With his headphones on and the door closed, Governor Gavin Newsom goes through his daily briefing binder once, then a second time, then a third. His staff knows to give him space for at least 2 hours as he circles and underlines the reports. He distills pages of notes onto yellow cards and slides them into his pocket to study during the ride to news conferences or speaking engagements. Newsom says the painstaking system helps him retain information and compensate for his dyslexia. It's a bit of a security blanket for a governor who said he didn't feel smart until age 35. The only way I'm going to be confident in my job and be able to do my job is I've got to be confident enough in what I'm trying to communicate and what I'm trying to say, Newsom said. Otherwise, I'll be deeply anxious about my job, and I will not enjoy it. That's like not getting sleep the night before. It's not a day I want to experience. In front of the cameras, Newsom's propensity for rattling off numbers and facts can feed into the public image of a self-assured and all-too-polished politician. But it's also a byproduct of insecurities over learning issues that seeped into his consciousness at an early age. I'm in a sort of perpetual place of trying to overcompensate, trying to prove something to myself, Newsom said. Dyslexia affects 20% of the population and can be experienced differently from person to person, according to the Yale Center for Dyslexia and Creativity. It's spelling, writing and just deep struggles reading, and the reading is comprehension, because I can read 2 chapters and literally be daydreaming. While growing up, Newsom said, other children viewed him as the slow kid and laughed at him. His sister, Hilary Newsom, said he was incredibly shy and sometimes bullied. She remembers a lot of crying, arguments and frustration over homework between her brother, who is 14 months her senior, and their mother, who tried to help him. He couldn't understand it, and it just came so difficult, she said of her brother's learning issues. It was just really emotional for both of them. Newsom learned about his dyslexia diagnosis by snooping through his mother's papers when he was in 5th grade. She had kept it from him because she didn't want him to be stigmatized or to give him an excuse not to work hard, he said. In the 1970s, when Newsom entered school, more physicians and mental health experts had begun to recognize that the learning disorder was rooted in the ways children's brains worked, but it was not widely understood, said Dr. Hendren, co-director of the Dyslexia Center at UC San Francisco.